Hello and welcome to another episode of what's it called?
Adventures in Celluloid, bro.
Yeah, I was about to say welcome to another episode of SpiderMan. Yeah, welcome to another episode of Adventures in Celluloid. Today or tonight or whenever you're listening to this, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man 2, the second Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie. Start talking about this movie. We've got a distraction there, and he's I don't know what he's doing. He's grinning.
Cool.
Yeah, he's got cool stuff. He's does he want in?
You want to come in?
Let him in.
Come in,
sir. Hi.
Can I be quiet in the corner?
Sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
If
It's not good. Pick it up.
when you're done eating, you can
Just
come over
don't
here.
eat like this.
Yeah, and to end this episode, we've got another guest with us. Guest, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Andy.
Yeah, that's Andy. Yeah. Okay.
Andy's the bomb.
He is.
Someone would say .com after.
Bomb.
That's a weird dating site. So
Yeah, he's the bomb.com, not the .com, but yeah, the .com.
We've also got another person present in the room, but he's eating right now, so he can't be way over here. And what is your name, good sir?
Shabalaba.
Thank you, Shabalaba.
Okay.
But yeah, we're going to be talking about Spider-Man 2, released 2004, directed by Sam Raimi, once again starring Tobey Maguire. Okay, in action. So it starts off, Peter's struggling to balance school and crime fighting and stuff, and he's not with Mary Jane because he's got to keep her safe, and then Harry's like, I got to kill Spider-Man, and Harry's now on the head of Oscorp's research and all that, and they're doing stuff, and they're sponsoring Dr. Otto Octavius, who dreams of perfecting sustained fusion power, and he's got these tentacle arms that have artificial intelligence, and he's experimenting with those things. Yeah, and then they basically get stuck into him, and they basically take over his mind and control him to be evil. Yeah, I said that correct. Evil. And yeah, and so he's being evil and stuff, and he robs a bank and things. I don't remember the exact order of all this stuff. But at one point, he's about to get the arms surgically removed, and he kills all the doctors in there, and that's a fun scene though. It's sad, but it's fun. And then Mary Jane is going on with her acting career, right? Mm-hmm. And Peter's gonna go see her show, the opening night, but he's a little bit late, and Bruce Campbell won't let him in. That Bruce Campbell cameo, and he's brilliant.
best parts of the Spider-Man movies.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell.
He's in every single Sam Raimi movie, and I just love it. And he won't let him in, and so Mary Jane is kind of mad about that, because she even reserved a seat for Peter, but she keeps glancing over there. He's not over there, so she's kind of mad. So what does she do? She becomes engaged to the astronaut John Jameson.
No.
The son of J. Jonah Jameson. And Peter's and then he starts losing his powers because he's heartbroken, loses his powers.
Basically, story of this movie is that love gives you power. What?
Love makes you Spider-Man.
Love makes you Spider-Man. That's
love.
What the story
Love
is.
plus radioactive spider equals Spider-Man. That's why he's the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
Jane, can I take your picture? Spider bites him.
Spider-Man! Yeah, that's exactly what happens. Ta-da! And so, yeah, he's not Spider-Man anymore. He throws away his suit, and he tries to rebuild his relationship with Mary Jane. He starts wearing glasses again. And my favorite scene where he's walking around with his glasses on again. It's Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head is playing. I would repeat that scene over and over and over again on the DVD back in the day, because I just loved every bit of it. Every single bit of it. And then Aunt May's getting... her home's getting foreclosed, I believe. He's like, And then Peter... He's sad, little old lady getting kicked out of her house, and then Peter tells Aunt May the truth about Uncle Ben's death, that he could have prevented it, and it's his fault. Aunt May forgives him, because, if Aunt May can't forgive Peter, then what's wrong with the world?
Yeah.
And, Dr. Octavius is becoming known. He's still doing evil stuff. He wants to he needs tritium to fuel his reactor, and he goes to Harry and all that, and all this sciencey stuff happens. Then Spider-Man starts battling Doc Ock. At some point, they start battling. Because that's what happens.
That's. I mean, if you have Doc Ock in a movie and Spider-Man, like, they can't not fight because it's in the comics that they fight.
They fight, don't they? Yeah. Or I already forgot what his name is. Or their guest over there. But yeah, I think he forgot too. But you know, they fight, don't they, Andy?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they fight. And
it would have been interesting if they had settled their dispute over a cup of tea.
It's just
like each one of the arms has its own teacup.
Oh my gosh! You're just like,
And they fight on top of a train. They fight on top of a train. I remember this.
Yes.
And then the train is like plunging to all the passengers' deaths. But then Spidey jumps out and he stops the train.
He fails.
And his
no. He prevails.
No.
Okay.
Get out. It's okay, Josh. It's okay.
Oh, I can come back.
Yeah, it's okay. Okay, I was kidding. Okay. And so Spider-Man stops the train, saving all the passengers, and he faints from the exhaustion. You know, his mask is off, and all the people are like getting him in. They're like crowd surfing him in, and they're like, "He's just a kid. Just a kid." Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. But then they're like so grateful that they're not gonna tell anybody what he looks like. So then Doc Ock shows up again, and he's demanding Spider-Man. And he takes out the passengers, and he kidnaps Spider-Man, takes him to Harry, and then Harry's about to kill Spidey, pulls off the mask. It's Peter. He's like, "Whoa, it's Peter. It's
It's Tobey Maguire.
It's Peter, my best friend Peter."
It'd be funny if it was like a scene in Darth Vader where it is Luke Skywalker. It's like the face
Yeah.
is like, okay, never mind.
And then Peter convinces Harry, like, "Hey, there's bigger things here. You can wait to kill me later. We got some other crap going on." So then Harry's like, "Oh, this is where Doc Ock is," and then Spider-Man goes to the lab where Doc Ock is, and Doc Ock has kidnapped Mary Jane by this point. I forgot to mention, but he's got her, and then Spidey. I also forgot that Spidey got his powers back because Mary Jane got kidnapped. So he's like, "Whoa, you can go ahead and." But yeah,
hey everyone, Lee joined us again.
Lee's back.
Yes.
Our guest of few words.
Lee, do your battle cry.
No!
That was pretty good.
So yeah, Spidey gets his powers back because Mary Jane's been kidnapped. So yeah, that happens. That's why he's Spider-Man again. I forgot to mention a lot of things, but yeah. And then they fight. They fight, don't they, Lee?
Spider-Man and
Doc Ock.
Doc Ock. Yes, they do.
Yeah, they fight. And then Spidey reveals to Doc Ock. He's like, "Hey, I'm Peter." And Doc Ock's like, "Oh,
hi, I'm Peter.
You're Peter."
Shakes hands.
It's this little Peter.
Dispute settle.
This little
Overcome.
Peter Parker lad. And then Doc Ock, he takes command of his tentacles for once in his life, and they obey him and drown him along with his fusion reactor, saving the day. And then
the water gets fused with reacting power, and the water gets poisonous, and everybody dies at the end.
No, that's the alternate cut.
Oh.
That was, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was almost for sure.
But then, yeah, then Mary Jane's like, "You're Spider-Man, you're Peter?" And like, yeah. And then she finds out that he's Peter. Like, everybody's finding out that he's Peter in this one. And she realizes why they can't be together. Because she's like, "Oh, you're Spider-Man, that's why we can't be together." And then Spider-Man returns Mary Jane to her fiancé, and then he goes. Harry's visited by a vision of his father. You know, Willem Dafoe's back. I just
this
love
is like
Willem Dafoe.
the Lion King. You know, Mufasa is like, "Son, my son." I don't know what he says, but it's also like the Star Wars thing too.
Yeah,
because like the dads always show back. They always show again in their ghostly form.
Yeah.
Always come back to haunt their failure sons.
But you can't not bring back Willem Dafoe, even if he's dead. Willem Dafoe's brilliant. But yeah, and then
okay, when you ask Andy, does Willem Dafoe scare you?
We got a shot.
Somewhat both scary and awesome at the same time.
I know. He's like the boss of like
He's the greatest villain
Mm-hmm.
ever.
He's got a great voice for it too, and it's just like
Has he ever been a good guy in any movie?
he played Jesus in a movie, so I guess he's a good guy.
Wait, what? That's a little bit obscure.
It wasn't a very biblically sound movie, but but he played Jesus still. It was,
Oh, okay.
but
Huh, I didn't know that.
it was the last temptation of Christ.
Oh, okay.
It was-
oh.
It wasn't very biblically sound, but it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
But he played Jesus.
Can you try mimicking his voice?
I'm not even gonna try.
Yeah, we were
I'm
discussing.
not even good enough to try.
Yeah, we were discussing last time. Like, I don't know if he's a father, but if he is, I bet he scares his children all the time. He just grins at him and is like, "Good job, son."
Good job. The smile grows past his face. Oh my gosh.
Lee.
Lee is showing us pictures of Willem Dafoe
As the Joker.
as the Joker.
That would
Which
be.
is a role he
and-
has never played.
That would have been perfect.
That he would be perfect as the Joker. He would be perfect
Yeah.
as the Joker. Okay, you viewers, open up a new tab on your computer or on your phone or whatever platform you're listening on and look up Willem Dafoe Joker on Google Images.
There
Do
you
it
go.
now.
Okay, let me finish with this plot, okay?
Okay.
Okay, it's
Do
almost
it.
done.
Okay.
The movie's almost over. Okay, Harry sees a vision of his father in the mirror, and then he gets mad and breaks the mirror and reveals secret room containing all of Gobby's equipment, all of the Green Goblin stuff, and yeah, that's foreshadowing. It's foreshadowing. It's foreshadowing. And then Mary Jane's wedding day, she's up there at the altar. Wait, no, she's not up there at the altar. She abandons Johnny Boy at the altar. And she runs. She's happy. She's running and happy. She's like, I didn't want to marry John. I just avoided the biggest mistake of my life. And then
She's so happy, and John's like,
if J. Jonah Jameson finds out that. Wait, hang on. I gotta
You
get
read
this
to
last
Pete.
part. But where's she run? She runs to Peter's apartment, and then they share a smooch, and then there's a police chase, and then she tells him, "Go get him, Tiger," even though he's a spider. Like, still.
okay,
He's
that's
gonna-
one flaw about this movie I hate.
She could have just. I know, go get him, Tiger is a common thing, but she should have said, "Go get him, Spider." No matter how corny that would be. Go get him, Spider.
That's just
That's
horrible.
from the comics.
Yeah.
Well,
Go
I
get
hate
him,
the
Tiger.
comics too. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
They should have just changed it for the movie. Go get him, Spider. Just
Go get him, you
It'd be
spider!
so
you.
bad.
You spider, you spider.
But yeah, then he goes off and saves the day, we assume. And then yeah. But J. Jonah Jameson finds out that his son's fiance left him for SpiderMan. He'd have a heyday. Like, oh my goodness. Like, he's a menace.
2 times over this time.
I told you earlier, Josh, that originally, this movie wasn't originally. Originally, Tobey Maguire was going to reprise his role, but filming Seabiscuit, he got a back injury, and Sony was like, "Oh no, will he be able to reprise his role?" So then, it's up in the air at that point, and they were preparing for if he wasn't going to be able to. I don't know if Lee knew about this, but I think Andy looked it up right before we did it. But do you guess what actor they had for backup there?
Was it somebody?
He is a well-known actor,
from.
and he was in a relationship with Kirsten Dunst at the time.
Oh.
He is well-known.
What, from what movie?
Let's see.
Another movie.
I want to state something that won't give it away.
A series of movies like Daniel Radcliffe.
Like any movie that I name is gonna give it away.
Do it. Just do it.
Donnie Darko.
No, never seen it.
Never seen it?
No,
Nightcrawler.
never seen it.
Never seen it.
No.
Never even seen the ads for it.
No, I'm sorry.
October Sky.
I don't never seen it.
It's Jake Gyllenhaal.
What? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
they
can see that. I can
They
see
almost
it.
cast Jake
I
Gyllenhaal.
don't think I've ever seen a movie with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Oh, he's good. He's good. He's
He's
not
good.
bad.
Okay.
He's not bad.
Hey, before Andy has to leave, we have to go over our favorite parts about movie.
My favorite part is aside from raindrops falling on my head, is the pizza delivery scene where Peter's riding his bike with the pizzas, and he's like he's gonna be late, so then he goes into an alley, he puts on the Spidey suit, and then he's swinging around with the pizza, and then he leaves the pizza on the balcony where this one guy's hanging out while he's changing in his Spider-Man costume, and this
That's when he goes to save the kid.
Oh yeah, when he goes to save the kid during it, and that guy's about to eat the pizza, and then Spidey takes the pizza back. But after he changes into the uniform, there's my favorite line in the movie Like, whenever he goes into the alley and comes back out as Spider-Man, this guy's like, "Hey! Spider-Man took that guy's pizza!" that's
That guy's my favorite character in that movie. He's my favorite of all time. Yeah, I'd say that's my favorite too. It's like it's just this, it's a Disney moment.
fun little lighthearted
It's a
moment.
Disney moment. Yeah. How about you, Andy?
Well, I really like the raindrops falling on my head scene as well. Whenever there's a song as the main part of a movie,
Yeah,
it's the best part.
I mean, he's just perfect.
And then I also like the cameo with Bruce Campbell.
Yeah.
Mm.
You're always going to get a strong Bruce Campbell performance in any Sam Raimi movie, even if he's not the star. I think he's only been the star of like 3 of Sam Raimi's movies, but they're like good buddies. So.
Even with the Bruce Campbell was in the game.
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2. He was the narrator. That's some of the best.
Yeah.
Things. He made the game.
He did. I remember that. Like during the training missions, like his voice just like, ooh. And it's because of him that he's called Spider-Man. Everybody knows that it's because of him that he's called Spider-Man instead of the human spider.
Yeah.
So
It's like, whatever, kid. You're gonna be calling Spider-Man. Human spider. Sorry.
what's your favorite part, Lee? Spider-Man 2.
I do like the pizza snatch scene. Another one of my favorites is the awkward elevator scene.
Oh yeah, and then what's that actor that was in there with him?
I
I can't remember his name, but
I don't remember who that was.
it was a cameo. But like he was like, what are you saying? There's like nice outfit or something like
It's
that.
like, nice Spidey suit.
It was Hal Sparks.
It's
Hal
like-
Sparks.
Ask him like where he got it from. He's like, well, I made it myself. Oh, nice.
That was a pretty good moment. But yeah, what else about this movie? Let's see, it's the second in the series. Do you need to go, Andy?
Yeah,
Whoa.
What? I think your phone is.
My phone?
Hi.
Oh, it's hey, Dad. Get back to it. I don't know where. I don't even know where we were, but
Like, what else do we need to talk about this movie? Like, what-
Andy needs to go.
Andy needs to leave.
Andy,
Yeah.
you have to go. Okay.
Thanks, too.
Well, thank you for joining us.
Thank you. for
We're
having
shaking
me.
hands. Shaking hands.
We will have you back at some point.
Okay, sweet.
Maybe
I look
for-
forward to it.
Full show.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Have fun. Whatever you're gonna do next. Bye.
Okay.
Get out
Bye.
of here.
And there's Josh's brother. Right there.
So,
Hi, Chris.
how you doing?
Coming for his monies.
Forget something?
Chris is coming to mug Josh. He's got him
That's
against
exactly
the
what
wall.
I'm doing. You
He-
joining
yeah,
them?
he's got him against the
That's
wall.
why-
He's,
Totally do this. We
Oh, what did you all record?
he's got Josh against the wall. He's got him by the collar.
No,
And he's shaking him. He's plunging his fist into Josh's forehead.
Okay,
You okay, Josh?
Yeah, let's
You
continue.
okay? Okay. Let's continue. Don't sit around on your phone. But Lee's still here. Let's see. Let's see what else to. You okay?
Yeah.
Everything good?
Almost
Okay.
died.
Okay, you know what villains were almost in this one? Aside from Jake Gyllenhaal almost being Spider-Man. You know what villains were almost in here?
Yeah.
Let's see. Doc Ock was in it, and then because the writers were hired to write a script with Doc Ock and 2 other villains. The 2 other villains were the Lizard, who's kind of in it because Dr. Connors is in it, but he's not the Lizard in this series. He's just Kirk Connors. And Black Cat. Black Cat was almost in it.
Okay.
She was almost in it. But I've always heard rumors that she was going to be in the 4th one, but the 4th one never happened.
That's because they screwed up the third one.
Yeah. And I'd really like to see Black Cat in a live-action Spider-Man at some point.
And you know, like Kirk Connors, I feel like Kirk Connors has always been my favorite Spider-Man villain.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but he's just always been my favorite Spider-Man because he's like the Hulk, except when he's the Lizard, when he's the Hulk, when he's a lizard,
Yeah.
he just wants to smash everything. He actually is evil
Yeah.
when he's a lizard, and he's good when he's not.
Mhm.
It's really weird. But yeah,
It's kind of like a Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde kind of thing.
exactly.
Yeah. Like the Raimi series, I don't even know why they had Dr. Connors in it. Like there's really no point if you're not going to use him as the Lizard. But whatever. It's over and done. It's been 8 years since Spider-Man 3. I mean, Spider-Man 2 came out 11 years ago. Can you believe that? I feel so old. 'Cause I remember when it came out. It's mainly taken from The Amazing Spider-Man number 50, Spider-Man No More. And like there's a frame from the movie that like exactly matches the panel from the issue. Let me see here. Special effects. It won an Oscar for best special effects.
Yeah, it did have good special effects. There,
Great
you know,
special
there's that
effects.
iconic, not well, I say iconic, but I mean like it's a picture you always see when, with Spider-Man related stuff. It's that scene where he's like in the sky and he has the trash can lid or whatever. And he's flinging it. There's an explosion happening behind him.
Mm-hmm. I have no idea which one you're talking about.
It's this one right here. Sorry, viewers, that you.
What came to my mind was Spidey hanging on the.
Oh, maybe
American...
that was the other. Never mind. That was a different one.
So what comes to my mind is Spidey hanging on the American flag.
Oh,
The flagpole.
yeah.
Because Spidey's all about America. He's really fighting for America. He never says it, but he's fighting for America. And that's all he's fighting for.
America.
But it had an opening day record, and until it was surpassed by Revenge of the Sith, which we will talk about in a later episode. And it broke Return of the King's record for highest grossing Wednesday of all time.
Highest gross.
Until it was topped by Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Are we going to talk about Harry Potter on here?
I don't know. That would be a very lengthy series.
Yeah.
But
it would be a long series.
Yeah, we'd probably have to divide it up a bit like we're doing with Star Wars.
yeah.
And I'm not that into Harry Potter anyway, so I don't know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
me too.
We'll see what happens.
I hope some of you listeners are like thinking, heresy.
But hey, if you're really into Harry Potter and we know you in real life or you're local, we'd like to have you in. You can help us out. Help us see the light, as you might say. I mean, Harry Potter's all right. I've seen 5 of them. I think
I've seen all of them.
I've seen the ending of the last one. I've seen like 5 of them. The first 5, and then the ending of the last one.
Yeah.
And I tried reading the books, but like every time I'm just like, eh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like Harry Potter, Lee?
It's all right. I've seen all the movies except for the last one, but I haven't even touched the books.
Yeah, me too. I mean, I'm watching Harry. And I know this is a little bit off topic, but I mean, like, when I watch Harry Potter, it's very repetitive for me. I know there's lots of story and stuff, but like, you know, you grow up with the books, and you're the same age as the students in the books and stuff, but it's just all fighting with wands after that. And I know Star Wars is a lot like that, but Star Wars has a I don't know. I just like the Star Wars story better. Anyway, but
What movie were we talking about?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man 2.
I think. I was gonna talk about some trivia I see here on Internet Movie Database, like their trivia section, because I found this one really interesting. According to Stan Lee, it's at the very top. According to Stan Lee, Spider-Man wears a mask so his enemies couldn't see his fear. And I'm like, that's interesting, because, you know, like, he's probably super fearful, but at the same time pretty brave. But like,
he's still about.
he's doing that face that he did in the first one over his Uncle Ben. He's like,
I mean, he's
doing
still
an ugly face.
He's still roughly our age in this one.
Yeah,
because this one takes place 2 years after the first one. The first one, he was 18 because he just graduated high school, and this 2 years later, and I'm almost 20, and Lee's past 20, but he's still roughly our age here. And I'm just like, I couldn't imagine fighting crime and stuff, to quote the Emperor, and stuff.
And stuff.
This movie, okay, the casting was great. Alfred Molina.
The
as
casting,
Doc Ock.
just like the first, pretty like I liked the casting. It was great,
on point. Like Alfred Molina's pretty great. He's not in enough movies. I can safely say he's not in enough movies. I mean, Alfred Molina. Like, the only other movie I've seen of his is Raiders of the Lost Ark, where he plays Satipo, I think his name is, in Indy's Guide at the beginning. He's like South American, even though he's English actor. I've never seen him as his own nationality. But yeah, he's American in Spider-Man. So and he does a great American accent. It's awesome. But he was perfectly cast as Doc Ock, even though he wasn't familiar with the comic books when they cast him. But he understood the script and everything.
Yeah.
And he did read the comics after. He's a big fan of Marvel Comics, but he wasn't too familiar with Doc Ock. Okay, that's cleared up right there. I don't know how you are a big fan of Marvel, but you aren't that familiar with Doc Ock, but okay, however that works. I don't know.
Yeah.
We'll see. Maybe it's different back then. I don't know. He's quite a bit older than us, so.
They probably went to him and Alfred, we're gonna give you the honor of playing the part of Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2. Would you love to do that for us?
No,
Sure,
I don't.
Who's Dr. Octopus? You don't know who Dr. Octopus is? What are you? Unpop cultured?
Unpop cultured.
Unpop cultured?
Unpop cultured. See. And then, Willem Dafoe reprising his role in Hallucinations, of course. Let's see. Cameos, other than Bruce
It credited Willem Dafoe hallucination. Willem Dafoe hallucination number 2.
See, Stan Lee's cameo, he's pushing a woman out of the way from falling debris. The first one is a kid. The second one, he's pushing a woman out of the way of falling debris.
The next one will be a school bus of children. And the one after that will be a building full of people. And the one after that will be the world. He's such a hero!
Yeah, Stanley. Then Joel McHale has a cameo apparently. Oh, he's the bank teller who refuses Aunt May's loan. And
No loan!
let's see, Elizabeth Banks is back as Betty Brant. Phil Lamar is a train passenger. Yeah, and stuff happens. Okay, so what do we think about this movie? Honestly, it is my favorite Spider-Man movie of all time. It is great. It's perfect. I love it.
I really like the first one, though. I mean, well, okay. Okay, it's your favorite. I liked both. I liked both
I like
the
the first one as well.
first and the second. I'll talk about the third when we get
We'll talk about the third one in a bit after. What do you think about this one, Lee?
I felt like it was a really good movie as well.
Yes, it was.
Both of the first one and the second one I felt are both pretty solid movies.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. On IMDb, I gave this one a 9 out of 10. What did you give it, Josh?
I gave it an 8.
I gave it an 8. What'd you give the first one?
I have high standards,
You
okay?
have high standards. Are you one of those people that expects every movie to be The Godfather?
Yeah, well, I haven't seen it.
Like somebody,
I'm sorry.
like people watch B movies and they're like, "This movie was terrible. It was terrible. The acting was terrible and stuff." And it's like, but is it what it's supposed to be? And they're like, well. I'm like, yes, it's what it's supposed to be. They weren't aiming to be The Godfather in The Toxic Avenger. They weren't aiming for that.
Yeah, I gave the first one an 8.
First one an 8.
But that's only because I grew up with it. I liked 8.
Yeah, I gave that one an 8 as well.
I gave both of them 8s.
I gave the second one a 9.
Okay, fine. Whatever, bro.
Kirsten Dunst's still kind of pretty. But anyway.
Snap out of it.
What?
Snap out of it.
What? Yeah, then J.K. Simmons back as J. Jonah Jameson. But yeah. Let's see. So I gave it a 9. You gave it an 8. What would Lee give it?
Probably a 9.
Yeah, it's my boy. Okay.
I have high standards, okay?
Well, I mean, that's to be expected of a film art student.
Thank you for understanding me, Lee. You're the best. You are the best.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to school to nitpick all of this.
Technically, yeah. I'm like, I am almost to the point where I can no longer watch a movie without like pointing out its faults. Like I'm sitting there, I'm like, they did that wrong. They did that wrong. Oh, they did that wrong again. It's like, Josh, shut up! I'm trying to watch the movie.
Yeah, like it's trying to watch you ask out girls.
It's like
He did that wrong. It's like watching a greased up orangutan climbing up a water slide.
I really want to see that now. It's just
Okay, and as
somebody. Okay, viewers, if you are good with like CGI or something, please do that for me, and then link me.
or if you have an orangutan, grease them up and put them on a water slide.
yeah, that would be even better.
Yeah,
Grease
for
them up
real.
with donut grease.
Okay, but you know what Bruce Campbell? You know what Bruce Campbell's character is officially called in Spider-Man 2? Snooty Usher. That's what his character is. He's the
Who names their kid Snooty?
I know, right? Okay, content. I'd say it. I was watching it when it came out, so I was 8 when it came out. So I'd say it's safe for chillins.
It was
that age.
There is not a whole lot of stuff people have to worry about in this movie except for the violence. But I mean, it's Spider-Man. It's Marvel. I mean, it's a superhero movie. Like, what do you expect? So if your children can handle violence, then yes, 8, 7, or 8, 8,
Yeah.
9. 8.
Yeah.
8's pretty good.
Yeah.
But Lee.
But anyway.
Yeah, I was about the same. It's pretty clean as movies go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so then next podcast we're going to be talking about the next one after this will be Spider-Man 3. In fact, that probably will be, because the one before this was probably The Force Awakens. So, yeah, the next one's going to be Spider-Man 3.
Yep.
Spider-Man 3. We're going to talk about that one. It'll be our first movie that we talk about that we didn't absolutely love. Yeah, until next time, may the Force be with you.
And you, and you, and you, and you, and you.
And you.